tell me about the small groups, Jess, and the fraternities.
So I'm in two small groups, in what would be one for conversation when we're in General Assembly and one for conversation in groups away from the Assembly. So when we're listening to speakers, there's a group of 6 of us that are all English speakers from 6 different countries and regions that communicate our ideas. Sometimes we do that in partners or in the group of 6. When we move away from the whole group, we're in what we call fraternities, and I'm in one with 5 other people. I'm the only woman, which is quite cool. And in my group, there's 3 brothers and 3 lay people.
And how do you find those groups in drawing out a deeper level of thinking about the lay Marist vocation and the possibilities?
I think it's great because people are from all different corners of the world, which means they've had different experiences. In my group in particular, the 3 lay people range from myself being a teacher, we have a doctor, and we also have someone that works in youth ministry. So 3 different vocations within the lay Marist vocation. And then the brothers that we have in our group add to that because they've got their own experience of being Marist and experienced in working in a variety of Marist ministries, which really helps to identify some strengths and weaknesses from an outsider's view of the lay vocation and also from people who have lived it.
What would be the most challenging part of being in an international forum?
I guess for my group, I'm the only person that grew up speaking English as a first language. Every other person is English as a second language, so we do have to break down some words and find different phrases to suit when sentences might not make sense or particular words aren't used in that way for that language. But it's also made us have to listen more deeply to each other with a sense of gratitude for what we're each bringing to the table and also a sense of respect for each of our own experiences. Matt, how have you found discussing the objectives within the course?
Well, for me, a very powerful technique we have is contemplative dialogue. And we've learned that originally at the start of the forum, where we explored the idea of deep listening and drawing out the spirit and bringing out that and making it come alive in the person. It's a very powerful technique where there'll be that listening phase and then there's a stillness and quiet phase. And then after that, it will be, we'd swap over. So you might talk, I'd listen, take a moment of discernment, about a minute, and then we'd swap where I'd talk and you'd listen. And then we'd take a moment and then we'd share what is emerging in us.
How do you think that's impacted when you're discussing the objectives with people who have such a wide range of experiences?
I think here, for me, the key is being patient and allowing this, being aware that the Spirit is already in us and all we have to do is to tap into it. And for everyone, the response to that after listening and discernment is exciting. So we're finding that within a group of over 100 participants and leaders, the concepts and ideas that are coming up are risky at times. They're new. They could be scary as well for some people. But together, when we're listened to, we feel solidarity. The core of all this is everyone here knows what our mission is, to make Christ known and loved. And Mary is sitting with us at the heart of everything that we're doing. That gentle approach, that patient approach, that to me is exciting. Yeah.
So how are you going to take all of that contemplative listening, making Jesus known and loved, back to your own community, back to Australia as a province?
I'd love to be part of the process for the future of lay Marist, but not just in Australia, but perhaps our new Star of the Sea province. And together with the local contexts and deeply respecting the local contexts of our new Star of the Sea province, and supporting one another, our brothers and sisters. So yeah, I hope to be part of it all.
I think this new province of Star of the Sea is such an exciting opportunity, especially for us as lay people, to connect with our brothers and sisters in New Zealand, all the way up into Polynesia, Melanesia, Papua New Guinea, all over the place where we can connect with each other and learn from each other. There's such rich cultures in the other countries that we're joining in to form this new province that we can learn from. But on a more local level, with my own association group and the lay people in my area, whether that's the Hunters Hill local group or wider Marist Vocation, committed Marist or those who aren't committed, I think it's something we need to take more seriously and put more time into, with that contemplative listening and dialogue with each other.
So it's a very exciting time, and I'm so glad I'm on the journey with you, Jess.
You too, Matt.
Yeah, here we go.